Namaste Losties. Coming up, we chat more about Sawyer. We wonder what Ben's temple trip is going to do for him and have a biggest Lost fan update. This is your midweek edition of the official fan show for Lost on Sky One. Have a look at this. It's Paul Terry, the editor of the official Lost magazine. Touching him, he's actually real. Over here, not going to touch him because he's a bit dirty. It's Geeky Tom.
I've washed today.
Oh, well done. Well done, you. Now, let's talk about Sawyer. In the episode Whatever Happened, we learn quite a bit about Sawyer. We find out exactly what he said to Kate on the helicopter, go and look after my daughter. He risks the life that he's built up on the island for Juliet, and he tells Kate it wouldn't have worked between them because he's grown up a lot in the past 3 years. Why has he changed so much in the past 3 years, Paul Terry?
I think, like you said, he's just grown up. You know, he's had to be in a situation where, I mean, you can't prepare for that. 1977.
You can't prepare. Hang on, you're right. You can't prepare for being stuck on a spooky island and then getting sucked back in time to 1977. You can't prepare for that. You're right.
Like I said, it's impossible.
It's impossible to prepare for it. Yeah. I do think that the whole his role on the island is a long con.
I agree.
Whether the gain is just to survive on the island in a position of power and responsibility, that might just be the ultimate aim. But you've got to admit that his position there comes from lies and fabrication.
They've all had to. Juliet's had to.
He's had to his whole life, man.
But that's why he was so well prepared for it.
Okay, so I do think that the relationship with Juliet is based on something, but it's got to be over now between those two, hasn't it?
No, because when they're at the Sonic fence thingy, and he said to Kate, I'm doing this. He said, I'm doing it to save Ben, and he goes, but I'm actually doing it for Juliet. I'm doing it for her, and he keeps asserting that. It's not for Kate, because Kate's wondering whether there's maybe like a.
I think that she's still got the hots for Jack.
Well, she was waiting in the shower to get a quick look at his downstairs apartment, blatantly.
What?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, she was really hot for him when he telling him off.
They were going to kiss.
I didn't know he'd asked a 12-year-old to come and discuss Lost with us. I do apologise. This is what I think is going to happen. That Juliet is going to dump Sawyer to get back with Jack, and Sawyer is going to be forced to get it on with Kate. No, you're not having any of it.
I will not refuse. No. I don't believe it. I think that the Juliet and Sawyer relationship is completely honest, and I'm with it all the way.
Hopefully, there's got to be a battle of wills, or even a punch-up between Jack and Sawyer.
There will
coming
be.
Soon,
I think they will swap birds.
Because car keys in the bowl. Yeah. But it's
the 70s.
Sawyer humiliated Jack.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, where he said, basically saying, "Back off, I'm in charge. You've muffed it up completely."
Something's primed to happen.
It feels like they've all shifted slightly.
Yeah.
But Jack is the new Locke, Sawyer's the new Jack, and I'm the new Mr. Echo. We've got a forum post from Le Fleury. I think that give it a few more episodes and Sawyer will be the leader of the Dharma Initiative. Horace seems a weak leader. Sawyer is popular and gets things done. That would then help to ensure that the lies he has been spinning are easier to keep in place. Well, you can kind of see that because we've seen Horace getting drunk and not being brilliant.
Yeah.
It would kind of make sense, I suppose, to a certain level.
And he's a boss of some people, because Miles refers to him as boss, and he does have responsibilities. So
I think they're going to get outed before then, though, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so too. They've all got to be killed as well at some point. They've all be gassed. That's got to be soon, isn't it?
No, that's quite somewhere in the future because Ben is. Isn't he like his 20s or something?
He is. Yeah. Well, no, isn't he full-grown Ben?
Well, he's full-grown Ben, but I'm sort of judging by his wig that he's in his 20s.
Yeah, but the wig work, you can never trust.
I know, you can't tell. It's hard to age them. Talking about Ben, he's gone to the temple. Richard Alpert has done that beautiful backing into the temple, and he says, if I take him, he's never going to be the same again. His innocence will be gone. Tom, what does that mean?
I don't know. Well, maybe the cloning thing is that I spoke about.
This is your cloning theory. Well, that bears. We'll give you 20 seconds to talk about this guff.
Well, the evil twin book, was it something like Bad Twin? There was a whole big thing going on early on. Hints to everybody having a twin. Maybe that's what happens.
And they connect them to a super brain computer. Oh, right. Yeah, he said.
Yeah.
What is going to be in the temple, Paul?
I think the fact the monster dragged someone underneath it and severed his arm off, and now
what's down there?
This is what's confusing me. So the monster did that. We saw that happen. Arm severed off. Richard Alpert just walked in there. But he's walked in there with Ben to help Ben. But
does the smoke monster exist in 1977?
I don't think we've seen a reference to it in.
So the Dharma Initiative, they've not made any reference to it. The sonic fence is to keep the hostiles out. No mention of the smoke monster.
Yeah.
So perhaps it isn't around then. Rousseau lands in what,
80s, I guess.
Late 80s, late 80, 88, something like that. So maybe the smoke monster doesn't exist.
No, it does. Of course it does.
In 1977.
Well, they just made I think it does.
Why?
Why not?
We know that we suspect it's a made thing because of the mechanical noises.
Then why wouldn't it be, if it was going to be anywhere, be in the temple? I think it does exist. There's no reason why it wouldn't do.
Okay. We've got a forum post from TNC Forever. What if Ben wanted Jack to save him so that he doesn't become the man who kills all those people? So he gets Jack to operate on him to save him and wants Jack to want to save him in preparation for 1977, where Jack should have saved him, but Jack doesn't. So Ben gets taken to the others and becomes a different person, the one we know. If Jack had saved him, Ben wouldn't be the manipulator we all love to hate. My theory is that the others made him that way. Yeah, well, we know that. It's not a theory. So basically, I think that Ben wanted things to be different, but it didn't work according to his plans.
It's long, but I get the gist of it, and it's quite interesting.
He wants Jack to save him as a child.
Yeah.
So that he doesn't become
spinal operation, all that preparation. Yeah, exactly what they said.
Because he does say in the spinal thing, I want you to want to help me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if that's true, that's very well observed.
If you'd like to contact us with your theories and have them ripped apart by us, or applauded if we think they're good, do send us an email to lostonsky1@sky.com. You can also get in touch with us on the Facebook, the Bebo, the MySpace, and the Twitter. We've got a few more theories that have come in about Ben and Widmore and the coming war. An email from Farouk says, I think the war that Widmore is talking about is the war between Dharma and the hostiles. He knows because he experienced it when he was younger. Widmore thinks history can be changed and wants Locke to help the Oceanic Six to get back because they're the only ones that can stop Ben. Ben wants them back on the island to make sure he becomes what he has become. He really badly wanted Saeed back there because when Saeed shoots kiddo Ben, then he will get healed by the island and the hostiles others will be convinced he's the chosen one and will take Widmore's place to become the leader. Okay, there's a couple of things there that I quite like. I forget for a second that Ben is going to forget what's happening to him in the temple.
Right, okay.
He does wind up Saeed, doesn't he? When Saeed's building that house somewhere and he says, you love to kill, Saeed, you can't stop killing, you're a killer. It's almost as if he's winding him up. So that to the point where Saeed, says, well, the next time I see you, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of thing. So he's made that happen.
Comment. Yeah.
He has made Saeed go back to 1977 and made him shoot himself as a 10-year-old boy. He's made that happen.
Yeah, I can see the sense in that. That's quite clever.
It's clever, isn't it?
Well, maybe he remembers it. Maybe he does forget stuff that Richard Alpert says he's going to
forget. Maybe he didn't remember it.
Maybe he gets.
Maybe he didn't remember it in the scenes they filmed for season 2, where he's getting tortured. But maybe he remembers it now in season 5.
Maybe.
I got an email from James Blundell. After rewatching The Life and Death of Jeremy Bentham, I noticed that Widmore doesn't specifically mention that he was the leader of the hostiles. He calls them my people. He then says that they protected the island peacefully for more than 3 decades. Dharma were on the island peacefully for around 30 years, the hostiles much, much longer. I think that Widmore had seen the island's capabilities when he was a hostile and chose to set up the Dharma initiative with Alvar Hanso, hence why he's so wealthy. Charles then survived the purge, Ben found him and exiled him, possibly not killing him because he was once a hostile. So when Charles says there's a war coming, he means the purge in the 1990s, as he knows the survivors will end up before that time, in hope that they can change the past and keep the Dharma alive. Okay, so what he's saying basically is that the war he's talking about is the purge.
Right, but he also said that Charles Widmore was in charge of Dharma.
He does say that.
Yeah,
we already know he's on the island with the hostiles.
Well.
Which means that's
no, it's
wrong.
saying that he also then becomes involved with Dharma.
Yes, that doesn't mean that he's not jumped about through time a bit more and set up Dharma in another time and another place, baby.
No, I don't like that.
Hey, do you want to get off the island somehow?
Who has Charles?
Yeah. It's either the submarine,
right,
or he turns the wheel and that spins him off somewhere else.
I cannot be the submarine.
Could be. I mean, Dharma, Widmore.
This war thing, it doesn't feel like it's the Purge to me, really. It's like, it wasn't really a war.
Now, is there a spy for the hostiles in the Dara Initiative? Last week we had an email suggesting that Amy could be a spy. This week we've got some more suggestions. Mr. Mo says, Radzinski being a spy explains why he survived the Purge. It may help explain his suicide. That could be good. Feelings of guilt, shame, remorse.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
It may even explain why he's designing the Swan while on the main island instead of the Hydra, although it could just be that the Hydra is not in fact well defended, even though it should be. Why would an engineer want to be present during interrogation? He's not muscle and likely doesn't have the stomach for that type of work. It's because he has something critical at stake and or because he knows the guy is in fact not a hostile spy. Well, yes, there's something in that. But I think he's just overprotective of the station he's building.
A really horrible person, isn't he? Everyone
it's
hates
like
him.
sticking his nose in.
Yeah, he's the type of person he is, isn't he?
Yeah. Okay, Mr. E says, I think there's more to Horace. And he is a spy for the hostiles, or the others.
I was just going through all the cast members.
Yeah. He was seen in Portland, where Mythlos Bioscience is based. Yeah, he was there at Ben's birth. Yeah, this is something. He didn't want to kill Saeed when Radzinski, Amy and most everyone else did because they thought he was a hostile. Yeah, there's something in that. That could explain why he's getting boozed up a bit as well, because again, the whole guilt, remorse, shame thing. Horace being a spy is...
Why would he get boozed up though? The others don't get boozed up, do they?
Because he's feeling guilty about letting his people down.
Really?
Yeah.
Get boozed up?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
What do you get boozed up for?
Just for fun.
Okay, moving onwards and upwards, the battle to be Sky One's biggest Lost fan continues, and now it's time to compile the leaderboard of geekiness. Hey, you can help us choose. There's still time for you to enter yourself, but let's have a look who's entered so far. This is Donna with her Lost treasure trove.
I'm obsessed, as you can see, looking around my room. I have every single one of the action figures, all the t-shirts but 2 which are coming from the States as we speak. I've all the merchandise, including the calendars, twice, one to use, one for the collection.
This is Kane with his strange toilet roll Lost timeline thing.
I'm a full-time media student. I'm right here. When season 4 aired and it was a Hurley chase, I did a fat sound analysis on the opening scene.
This is Daryl, the girl with a boy's name.
Daryl Hannah.
In our history lessons, we were required to make a poster on Mao's China, and me and my friend actually managed to incorporate Hurley into our poster. So I'm going to just show you this. Pretty amazing, some pretty skilled artwork.
And there's Scary Dylan, who didn't change his name.
I've even changed my name to John Locke Jack Shepherd. No, I am really. My wife wouldn't let me. But I was nearly going to do it.
Still time for you, dear viewer, to get involved. Send your webcam theory proving to us how amazingly Lost obsessed you are, and send it to lostonsky1@sky.com. Lostonsky1@sky.com. And if you've got a particular favourite from that lot, let us know, and we'll take your views into account when we compile the leaderboard next week. Time for a quick Facebook poke or wall scribble or whatever it is you do on there. It's from Kathleen, and it says, I'm loving Geeky Tom's orange jumper, :/ close brackets.
Is that code? A special code for you?
Yeah, it's means.
Oh, hang on, it looks like a sideways smiley face. That's brilliant, with punctuation. Well done, Kathleen, you're a genius. Now, the orange jumper that Tom has worn in the past is obviously helping you, Tom.
Really?
Because I Love Geeky Tom has now got 415 members as of recording this. I Love Paul Terry has 91. I Love Iain Lee has 83 members. But if you were to put all of my Facebook groups together,
yes,
I'd have 87 members. Well, that's all we've got time for. Paul Terry, thanks.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, Geeky Tom.
Thank you.
Join us on Sunday when we'll be discussing episode 12, Dead is Dead. In the meantime, you can watch all of our Lost Initiative shows so far at sky.com/lost. Keep your theories and your emails coming in. Until Sunday, namaste.
I washed today.